All right, welcome back to The Explainer. We've finally made it to the end. This is part 8, the grand finale of our whole series on AI and layoffs, all based on that deep dive research from Virtualization Options LLC. So after 7 parts of digging through all the data, all the headlines, what's it all been for? Well, today we're going to pull it all together and get to this single biggest takeaway of this entire series. And let's be real for a second, right? AI is changing, well, everything. But who's actually telling the truth about layoffs? You've seen the headlines. One day it's the robots are coming for all our jobs, and the next it's, don't worry, it's all hype. It's just confusing. So what's the real story here? Well, it all comes down to one thing: learning how to separate the signal from the noise. Let's talk about this AI layoff confusion. At the heart of it all is a classic problem, something analysts call the signal versus noise issue. Basically, there's something really important happening, but it's getting drowned out by a whole lot of, well, junk. I mean, think about it. Every single day, you see a new article, some new quote from a CEO, another dire warning. It just creates this constant low-level buzz of anxiety, making it feel like this giant AI tidal wave is about to crash down on the job market right now. But here's the thing. That chaotic, frantic story, that is the noise. Okay, so what we're going to do in this final part of our series is cut right through all of that noise. We're going to find the signal, that one key idea that makes this whole confusing mess finally make sense. And here it is. This is it, the signal we've been building towards this whole time. The term is AI washing. It might sound new, but the tactic is as old as time. You take a tough, maybe unpopular business decision, and you blame it on the shiny new technology. We're not talking about AI actually replacing people here. We're talking about a PR move. Now, if you're thinking, that sounds a little conspiratorial, just listen to this. This warning comes from none other than Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the guy whose company built ChatGPT. He is literally at the center of the AI universe, and even he is saying that companies are just using AI as a convenient cover story. Wow. If that's not a massive signal, I don't know what is. This really helps break it down. See, the noise is all about managing the story, right? It's about PR, making boring old financial cuts sound futuristic and innovative. But the signal, that's about reality. It asks the simple question: is there verifiable proof that a real AI system is actually taking over this specific job today? Okay, so if AI isn't the real culprit behind most of these layoffs, then what is? Let's look at the real reasons. Let's look at the actual data. So this chart from the research really tells the story, doesn't it? Take a look at that slice of the pie for genuine AI displacement. It's tiny. It turns out the real reasons for most layoffs are a lot more, well, boring and traditional than you'd think. And this donut chart here makes it crystal clear. Look at that. A whopping 45% is just companies correcting for hiring way too many people during the pandemic. Then you've got another 20% from margin pressure and cost cutting, 15% from restructuring. You add it all up and see that little sliver? That tiny 5% for genuine AI displacement? That is the signal. All that other stuff, that's what's really happening. Everything else is just noise. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that these are just classic textbook business cycle problems. Companies went on a hiring spree, the economy shifted, interest rates went up, and now they're tightening their belts to keep investors happy. It's a story as old as time, really. They've just slapped a new high-tech AI sticker on it. All right, but you might be thinking, so what? Why does this distinction even matter? Who cares if a company calls it an AI layoff instead of a cost-cutting layoff? Well, as it turns out, the stakes here are actually incredibly high. Because if we get this wrong, we create a two-sided risk. There are two huge but totally different dangers that we could fall into. Okay, look at the two risks here. Risk number 1, you believe all the hype. What happens? Workers get super anxious for no good reason right now, and the companies that made bad financial decisions, they get a free pass, no accountability. But then there's risk number 2. You see all this AI washing and decide the whole AI thing is a joke. You ignore the reality. And then you're completely unprepared for the real changes that are, without a doubt, on the way. We can't afford to make either of these mistakes. And that brings us to the final point, the real conclusion to this whole series. It's a call for clarity. It's not enough to just understand what's happening. The real question is, what do we do about it? So here's a simple 3-step plan to think about this. Step 1, see through the narrative. When you hear a company blame AI, ask for the proof. Step 2, prepare for what's real. Focus on the actual, verifiable ways AI is changing things, not the hype. And step 3, demand accountability. We need to expect leaders to be honest about why they're making the decisions they're making. Really, what this whole thing is about is giving you a new lens, a new way to think. This isn't just an analysis, it's a methodology for critical thinking. The next time you see a headline about AI and jobs, you can just ask yourself that one simple question. Is this signal or is this noise? And that little question can help you stay grounded in what's real. And that leaves us with one final, very important question. Make no mistake, the real AI disruption is coming. This noise, this AI washing, it's not going to last forever. Eventually, it will be replaced by genuine change. So the real question is, are we prepared to face that future with honesty? The habits we build right now, demanding clarity, demanding accountability, are what will prepare us. So, are we ready?